Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Were you trying to date her?
I didn't really have romance on my mind.
But it popped in there at some point?
Well, you know, a lot of things pop, stuff like that.
Glad to hear it.
This is the plaintiff, Leonard Belzer. He says he met the plaintiff at a donut shop. They started talking, and he ended up financing a living room and bedroom set of furniture for her. She also talked him into paying for modeling school, which he later found out she never attended or paid for, and she simply pocketed the money instead. He now realizes he's been duped by the sweetheart swindler and is suing her for the $5,000 she conned him out of. This is the defendant, Amada Yahaya. She says she believes that if someone offers to help you, you accept their generosity. And that's just what she did. The plaintiff saw she had no furniture in her apartment and got her some as a gift. Soon after that, the plaintiff began making overtures like he wanted her as a woman, and that made her uncomfortable. After all, she's 22 and he's in his 50s. Did he really think she was going to be interested in him in that way? Yuck. She's accused of not paying a guy off.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Leonard Belzer, you are suing Amida Yahaya?
Yes.
For $5,000. Your losses actually exceed the statutory amount. You're actually out $7,300 for a bedroom set and living room set that you paid for that you want to be reimbursed. Tell me what's going on, Mr. Belzer.
Well, I met the defendant back in about October, November of 2011 at a retail store, and we talked a little bit. I used to order like coffee or pastry or something like that. We started talking and everything, and just on a friendly basis and stuff like that. And then what happened was, ultimately, I ended up going with her down to Raymore and Flanagan.
To buy her furniture?
Pardon me?
To buy her furniture?
Well, I didn't really want to go down there.
So why did you?
Out of the goodness of my heart, I'm a good guy.
Really?
Yes.
She's a little young for you, don't you think?
Yeah.
She's young for you, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so why are you going to,
I just did
Are you
it.
single?
I'm divorced.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went down there, and one thing led to another, and before you know it, I was signing on the dotted line.
Oh, no, there's a lot that happens in between ordering a pastry and signing on a dotted line. Don't laugh too hard, because I'll be with you in a second. Okay? So there's a whole lot that happens in between ordering a pastry and signing on a dotted line. Mm-hmm. How did you find yourself in this position?
I just got into this position.
It's not that easy.
No, it's not that easy.
Were you trying to date her?
I didn't really have romance on my mind.
But it popped in there at some point?
Well, you know, a lot of things pop and stuff like that.
Glad to hear it. So go ahead.
All right, so we went to the Raymore and Flanagan.
God bless you, Leonard.
And what ended up happening was she started looking at some furniture, and I guess she was in need of furniture. And she didn't have the finances or anything like that. So
Did you?
Well, I'm not a rich guy either, but...
But you didn't pay for the furniture, you went on a finance plan.
Yes, I went on a finance plan.
So maybe you shouldn't spend money on some pretty young thing that you don't know whether she's going to return your affections, and certainly not money you don't have.
Right, well, okay, well, what ended up happening was they ran a credit check on me. It took about an hour or so, and they figured out that I could afford to sign on the dotted line and finance the furniture. Okay, so that's one part.
Do you have children?
2 grown-up daughters.
Do they know about this?
No.
They're gonna now. I don't know how to break it to you. Go ahead.
All right, so...
Do they know you're here?
No.
Okay.
No. So what ended...
Can I have their number?
The plaintiff is, how you say, pretty old. The defendant, she's 20-ish. They met at a donut shop and he ended up buying her furniture and other stuff. Let's say it didn't end well. Let's listen.
So what ended up happening was I signed for the furniture, but at the same time I knew that the defendant had aspirations of being a model. So we talked about things, and the ultimate goal was I was going to start her out with this, but when she became a model and started making money, she would take over the payments.
Of the furniture?
Of the furniture. I have to make monthly payments on the furniture. Every month I pay $203.28.
Oh, my
and I've done this 15 times, which adds up to about $3,100.
Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do this?
Well, one of the reasons I did it out of the goodness of my heart.
No, stop. Mm-hmm. There's no goodness of your heart.
Okay.
Because the minute that she didn't return did you get the impression he liked you?
Yeah.
How?
He made it very clear.
What did he say?
I want you to be my woman.
Oh, that's pretty clear.
Stuff like that. He
Who's
made
the
it
guy
very
with
clear.
you?
That's a friend of mine.
Okay.
I was nervous to come along, so I...
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
He made it very clear. It was nothing... at first, he didn't because I guess he didn't want to, scare me off. Obviously, the age difference.
Oh, what's the age difference, by the way?
I'm 20. He's,
20.
I think, 55 or 54.
He's not 55 or 54. How old are you?
65.
Okay, I don't know, but something like that. When we first met, he said, you're very tall and beautiful. You should be modeling. I said, well, it's not that easy. You can't just go and model because you're tall and beautiful. He says, well, what's the process?
No, thank you. Everybody say, yeah, I am tall and beautiful. Which you are. Go ahead.
He says, well, what's the process? I said, well, first you got to go to a modeling school. You got to do this.
Did you pay for a modeling school for her?
Yes, I did.
So
Did he send you to modeling school?
He took me there.
He took you there? He pays for a course, and did you do the course?
I did, but I never got to finish.
Why?
At some point, he wasn't able, it's like a 15-minute drive from my house. I don't have a car. Well, I didn't have a car at the time.
Oh, it's not enough for you that he pays for it for you? You can't figure out your way in public transportation to the place? To get this opportunity? I mean, you're clearly opportunistic. There's no question about it. So you had this good opportunity where he's already paid for the modeling course. You could finish the modeling course, but you couldn't follow through on that and just finish it because public transportation's beneath you? What?
He took me a couple of times, but most of the times, friends of mine would take me.
So why didn't you finish?
I didn't finish because once he started making the moves, and I would be like,
which
no,
you didn't see coming, right?
Right.
You didn't see it coming?
He stopped.
You didn't see it coming?
No.
You didn't see it coming. What do you think a 65-year-old man wants with you? Your sparkling conversation, your vast and storied past life and history, your great experience traveling the world? You're 20. You know darn well what the man wanted, all right? He knows what he wanted. The only person who doesn't know are the two daughters. Who, for their sake, I hope watch People's Court. Yet another reason why you ought to watch a People's Court, because you have no clue what you're gonna find out. Oh my gosh.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So who's worse, him or her? What do you think?
Oh, probably him, because he should know better.
Well, that's interesting you say that. Everybody, huh?
Yeah, both of them.
Well, no, you have to choose one or the other. You can't say both of them. Him or her?
Him.
Because?
Because he is aware and...
Oh, yeah, but she's using him.
It's the girl. She's using him.
I mean, okay, but he's allowing himself to be used.
She's using him more.
Okay, but it seems like the guy a lot of people think. We're going to go inside the courtroom.
Mr. Belzer, what happened here? You're bestowing a bunch of gifts on the pretty young thing, and then when you make your intentions known, the pretty young thing says, ew. And then now you feel like a dunce for paying $200. You got 200 reasons to hate yourself and regret every single month. Where's the surprise? What does she owe you? Because I'm looking at your letter to her after all was said and done, where you're saying, please, please, I can't afford this. Will you just take over? That's not, hey, you were supposed to pay me. What's going on? You owe me money. That wasn't what it was, because you and I both know that wasn't what it was. You were hoping for things, and it felt like a good expenditure at the time. Well, guess what? It wasn't. Because the only reason that she was accepting your gifts is because she could. Because you were offering them. You see? And maybe you can try to lie in your mind and think you're a good person and say, well, it was just a friend and I'm in need. No one's in need of $7,000 furniture, sweetheart. Okay? That's not a necessity. That's not, I'm going through a tough time. You guys don't know what going through a tough time is. All right? If you're getting $7,000 furniture, you don't know a tough time. It's an insult to everyone who actually is going through a tough time. What it was an opportunity that you saw and you seized. And there are some people in this world who may say, hats off to you. Why not? If you see it, seize it. But there are some people like me who don't think like that, because I think that you're going to have to answer to somebody someday. You're going to have to answer to a higher being who's going to look at you and say, why would you take advantage of somebody like that? Because here's a guy who now has to pay these payments every month. Okay? The furniture, frankly, in my opinion, should end up being returned if you have a conscience. I can't force you to do it because I believe it was a gift, just like your position is. And then that way, your payments will end up being less as you finish and try to catch up and do some kind of triage here. How many more years of payments did you obligate yourself for, Mr. Belzer?
The amount of money that's owed right now is slightly over $5,000. What happened was Wells Fargo added interest on.
Oh, look at that. We didn't see that coming. We thought we could borrow money for free. Yeah, that's what happens. That $3,000 furniture turns into $7,000 furniture when it's financed. That's why you go to a flea market. If someone's in need, you go to a flea market and you buy a couple used pieces for a couple $100 because they're in need. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for taking advantage of it. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself for being taken advantage of. And you ought to take it as a life lesson, because I am not going to convert your gift into a loan because you've thought better of it. What do you do for a living?
I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant. You're the kind of man who knows how to get a promissory note, right? You deal in receipts and proof. And there is none here because this wasn't a loan. It was a gift. And if it's a gift, I cannot order her to pay you, regardless of how you feel about the fact that you shouldn't have made the gift. Take it as a lesson learned. We continue to learn from the day we walk into this earth till the day we leave. Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you.
Hold on right there.
And so with that, the plaintiff comes out of the courtroom into the hallway here. Step on over here. Have you, even though you're 65, you still learning new lessons?
Oh, yeah, I'm learning.
What'd you learn about this one?
You can't trust people.
All right, well, a lesson learned. You head right down there, and here's the defendant. You feel bad about the situation?
Like I said, it was a gift, so I shouldn't have to feel bad.
No, you don't feel like you took advantage of him?
Not really. I never put a gun to his head for anything.
No, but you didn't have to say yes either.
When you need something, you have no choice but to say yes. So it's, like I said, I don't feel bad for anything because I don't feel like I took advantage of him at all.
Okay. Harvey.
You know, I've been doing people's court for a long time, and I've seen a lot of these cases. And let me just tell you that there is a truism here, that if you get into a relationship and you try to buy the other person's love, it will never work out. And ironically, the other person will end up resenting you. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This is the plaintiff, Anthony Robinson. He says he works at JFK Airport, and one night the defendant attacked him, kicked him in the groin, and then punched him in the face. The defendant got arrested. He had to go to the hospital for treatment, and the louse owes him $5,000 for missed work and pain and suffering. This is the defendant, Elias Montalvo. He says the plaintiff approached him in the men's room, put his hands on him, and tried to throw him out of the airport. Eventually, they came to blows with one another, and a big scene ensued. Bottom line, he did nothing wrong, and the plaintiff would have never been injured if he hadn't put his hands on him in the first place. So owe him? No way, man. He's accused of resisting. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $650 for a broken cell phone, Bluetooth earpiece, and missed work.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. These litigants got into a brawl at JFK Airport in the bathroom. The plaintiff got hurt. The defendant says he deserved it. It's the case of the red zone is for fighting in the bathroom only.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, you are suing Mr. Montalvo for $5,000 in damages that you say you sustained when he attacked you.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me how this happened.
I work at the AirTrain, a security guard over there.
You're a security guard at AirTrain,
Right.
which runs through JFK Airport.
Right. It runs from the airport to a place called Supplement Boulevard, where it meets the railroad and the subway.
Okay.
So it's open bar, like a mall food court type of setup.
Okay, it's not an open bar as in free. It's just that it's open air.
It's a bar.
Okay.
Next to it, and there's a food court type of setup area.
Okay.
So he is in the bathroom around 11 o'clock at night. He's arguing with a homeless guy. So I hear them arguing, so I go in the bathroom, and I tell them both to exit the bathroom. And they're approaching one another, and they're arguing.
What are they arguing about?
They're calling each other who stinks, who somebody stinks, who you smell bad, something to that effect. So they're approaching one another, so I separate them. And then the police was there in the food court getting food. So the police came and made them both leave the building. When they left, he comes back around 1:30 in the morning, and he has a cell phone in his hand and a Bluetooth earpiece over his ear.
Okay.
And he approached me, so you work here? I said, yeah. He said, where we at? I said, Jamaica AirTrain, Supplement Boulevard. So he takes off the earpiece, and he's trying to stick his earpiece in my ear.
Ooh.
So I could tell them where we at.
Right.
So I told him, so I stick my hand, I tell him, back up, back up. When I said that, he turned around, he kicks me in the groin. Really hard, it's hard. He kicked me in the groin. I went down, and he started pummeling me in my face with his fist. And then,
Why?
I have no
I mean, there's
idea.
never a good reason, but was he drunk?
I'm assuming he was drunk.
Did he appear to be drunk or no?
Initially, when he was telling me where we at, I smelled a little alcohol, but I couldn't determine whether he was drunk or not.
Okay.
So, he's plumbing me with his fist. I grab him. We go to the ground. He kicked me in the groin and plumbed me in the fist.
Did you get any? Were you able to hit back?
No. All I could do was just stop him hitting me to get him off his feet.
Okay.
So get him on the ground and then people separated us, and the building service manager named Mike, which I have a witness statement, ran down as it was going on and got the MTA police, which was right downstairs in the building. And as soon as they separated us, we standing, facing one another. The MTA police came and they arrested him.
Okay.
And
what happened?
That's not what happened. I was at the air train. Okay, they had the bar there, and I was using my tablet. Now, they have a charging station over there also, so I was charging my cell phone.
They have a charging station or
It's
an
a charging
outlet?
station on the pole. They have all these
Okay,
plugs.
yes.
So it's a charging station. I was there charging my cell phone, drinking, using my tablet, and I went to use the bathroom. I saw him. I was like, oh, where's the bathroom at? I asked him where I'm at. I asked him, where's the bathroom? So he directed me toward the bathroom, and apparently he must have thought that I was intoxicated. So he tried to escort me out of the air train by grabbing me here. And I said, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not disturbing the peace. As you can see from the police report that I provided to the court, there's no mention of anything that I'm disturbing the peace or making a scene or anything. When I told him, get your hands off me, I'm not doing anything.
Report? So go on.
So when I told him, get your hands off me, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm here. You can drink here. It's a bar. And I'm charging my phone. Don't touch me. He went to put his hands on me again to try to escort me out of the air train, and that's when I flipped out on him. Well, I did beat him up, yes.
What's
and
wrong
I got
with you?
arrested for it.
But what's wrong with you?
Because I don't like people touching me, and I told him twice, don't touch me. I'm not doing anything wrong. Plus, I was a little under the influence, so I flipped out.
Okay.
I flipped out. Don't touch me. So after I beat him up, I got arrested. The cops came upstairs and they arrested me. They sent me to the jail. I went to the court case. I had the disposition of what happened after the court. They dropped all charges except for resisting arrest.
Did you not show up to court?
I never got.
Exactly.
I never got a document.
I'm sure that's what happened because I see it happen all the time. You don't get the notice. You don't come to court, and then they drop everything that involves you, and then just plead him to the cop charge.
I later got a letter from the Queens DA to sign. He told me to have to show up for court, and that's the only thing I heard from the court after that.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you'd show up.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Did you ever call the DA to say what the heck?
I did. I left 2 voicemails. He never took my phone call.
Unreturned. Okay, so go on.
So,
what did you get?
I pled guilty for resisting
sentence?
arrest. I got a conditional discharge and a $250 fine.
Okay, so only in New York is that an appropriate disposition of the facts that are completely uncontested, apparently. Really, they're kind of uncontested. Okay? I mean, he admits to it. Only in New York can this it's just astounding to me that, not the part about the victim getting no notice to go to court. That happens in every big city. That part, because I was a prosecutor in Miami for years, and I can't tell you how many victims would later come up and say, I never got the notice. Why? Because it's a big machine. It's a machine spitting out, it's like Lucy in the Candy Factory, spitting out notices, so stuff falls through the cracks, okay? But the part that is inconceivable is that then when you're in court, there's not a continuance, resetting it, a phone call, trying to figure out why your witness isn't there, or something that would result in justice that actually looks like justice. So there should be a consequence for you bigger than a conditional, that's another thing that's a New York invention. A conditional, what is it called? A German, which discharge. Means that for 6 months, we really don't want you to do any more crimes. And then if you don't, we drop the whole thing. Really? Because I thought the rest of us have that same thing going on 24/7. So what's the punishment? You got a fine of how much?
Of $250.
Okay, well now let's get to the good part about this case because I love this part. You have a counterclaim against him to pay your fine?
So when you get arrested for a fight and then somebody sues you civilly, can the judge consider the arrest as evidence against you?
Do you have a history of fighting?
Say no.
Then no.
Why? The cops obviously felt that there was a reason to arrest you.
But is that related to the fight that you're...
Yes. No, exactly. It's related to the fight.
If it's related, it can be brought in. If it's not...
Do you guys think so, that it can be?
I don't think it should be judged that fast, that you should examine the facts.
Okay, but can the judge consider it? Can the judge consider it?
Isn't it presumed innocent until proven guilty?
Ding! Going inside the courtroom.
Do you have a counterclaim against him to pay $650?
Here.
Because you want him to pay for the cell phone that I guess got destroyed when you were beating the garbage out of him, pay for your Bluetooth that got lost while you were beating the garbage out of him. What is it you have there?
This is the phone and the Bluetooth that I had to buy again. Because it was never returned to me.
So you want to buy a new Bluetooth?
It was never returned to me, or it was,
Where?
misplaced
What do you mean
at
where?
the air train.
At the what?
At the air train.
At the police.
The police or somebody
So he
never
should pay
recovered
for that.
it.
I gotcha.
Never
One
recovered
day's
it.
missed work because you decide to go ballistic on someone. Okay, and $250 fine. So he should pay $650 because you're an animal and act like an animal.
No, not because I'm an animal, ma'am. If he's trained as a security guard, so he should act more professionally. Instead of putting his hands on somebody, the police station is right downstairs. You don't have to touch me in order to perform your job. Now, those are the risks of being a security guard and a police officer, that you may get injured while you're on the job. So he shouldn't be suing me. He should be suing for workers' compensation, not me. I didn't attack somebody straight on the street. Okay, he put his hands on me.
So security guards all assume the risk that they're going to run into an animal who will beat them if the security guard touches their elbow.
Those are the risks of being a security guard, like a police officer. Those are the risks. They have to live with the fact.
This is what happens when you live consequence-free. You think it's somebody else's problem, your conduct, because no one ever made it your problem. If you had ended up in front of me as a judge, you'd be serving 6 months on this one, so that you feel it, so the next time you don't behave like an animal.
But he has
don't even start handing me your proof of your damages. You missed work for how long?
A week.
What were your injuries? Do you have hospital records about your injuries?
I have photos, and I have statements from the hospital and my doctor.
Let me see all those. So here's a picture of your black eye. Did you see this?
No.
Because you were drunk at the time, so you don't really know. So I'm going to pass all these one by one to you so that you could see what you did to another human being. What is this? Are you showing me a picture of your penis?
It was the groin. I thought it was the groin area.
Because he kicked you in your groin. This is very graphic. Okay. All right. Hold on. It's just like, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, hold on.
Sorry,
No, it's fine. It's my job. Hold on. Just let me brace myself. Oh, my God. Okay, so this is the bruising on...
Bruising.
Good Lord. I find in your favor in the amount of the $500 for your missed work and an additional $2,500 for pain and suffering, for a total of $3,000 verdict for the plaintiff. Pay the man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And in case it wasn't abundantly obvious on your counterclaim against him, 0.
Hold on, guys.
Well, it goes for the plaintiff here, and the countersuit is a no. So what's your feeling coming out here?
I think he should have sued workers' compensation, not me. That's a workers' comp. He got injured while doing his job.
Do you feel the way you reacted to him was a bit uncivilized?
I might have went a little overboard, yes. I might have hit him a little too much than I should have, but still, he shouldn't be suing me.
What is it about?
He got injured performing his job.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
what is it about him touching you or touch you? What about touching? I wouldn't dare
He grabbed me by the arm and tried to escort me. You know how the police grab you to come this way? That's what he did. He didn't just pinch me in my arm. I wouldn't have flipped out if he just touched my elbow. Mm-hmm. He's trying to grab me and physically remove me from the situation.
Okay. All right. So right around this way. Okay. Come on out here. And you satisfied how this comes out? You certainly had to take a beating to get this far.
He's lying in court. I've never grabbed him.
What did you do?
Initially he was fighting with a guy. I separated him. I got in between the two guys, and then the police told him to leave.
That was the touching?
That was the touching. Hell like that. Hold up, don't fight. And he left.
How shocked were you to get attacked like that?
I was shocked. He left. The police told him to leave, and he came back later on, and he asked me where I was, and he tried to take his Bluetooth and put it in my ear.
Yeah.
And I told him to back up. And that's when he attacked me, kicked me in the groin, and started pumping me with his fist.
Shocking. Harvey?
So the plaintiff got $2,000 for pain and suffering. It's very important in a case like this to keep a diary of exactly what you're feeling. That diary can actually get you money if you end up going to court. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice, and press the brew button on your virtual pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
These are the plaintiffs, Bedros and Patricia Avedian. They say they rented a condo in Florida from the defendants, and boy, were they snookered. Turns out the place was under massive construction, and the noise from the jackhammers was simply unbearable. In addition, they were prohibited from using the outdoor terrace because it was closed down due to all the drilling. They have proof the defendants knew the renovations were going to begin when they moved in and want a partial refund of their money due to the unbearable circumstances. They're suing for $5,000, the amount they're owed. These are the defendants, Kenneth and Michelle Backus. Michelle says the plaintiffs knew about the impending construction. That's why they got a bargain basement price on the rent. Besides, the construction caused just a few minor inconveniences. Nothing like the plaintiffs are depicting. The plaintiffs are just being greedy. They won't back down. It's just too bad for them. They're accused of being a concrete nightmare.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff rented a condo in Florida. When they got there, there was massive construction. They want part of their deposit back. But the defendant says the plaintiffs knew about the construction and they got a discount. It's the case of condomania.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Bedros and Patricia Avedian, you are suing Kenneth and Michelle Backus for $5,000, a partial return of rent that you paid to them to rent a condo in Florida that turned out to be under construction. Tell me what happened.
I looked at the condo on October 28th. I flew down. I met with my...
Where are you from?
Birmingham, Michigan.
Okay.
And...
How long were you going to spend, roughly?
5 months.
Okay. That's nice. Are you retired? Or you work at... Semi, okay.
Right. So it's my wife and I's dream to spend the winter down there. We took our honeymoon in the same area 42 years ago.
42 years ago? What, did you get married at 10?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, good for you. Seriously, 42 years ago?
Yes.
Wow.
1971.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I met with my real estate broker. I met with defendant's real estate broker at the condo on Sunday afternoon. And we fell in love. Absolutely beautiful. 17 stories, 117 units across the street from the beach. Beautiful balcony, 8th floor. Very nice.
Did you have an actual view of the ocean?
Yes.
View of the beach? Good.
Yes. So the broker said that there's going to be construction going on.
Okay.
I said, what kind of construction is going to be going on? She says, we really don't know. I said, okay. So we got...
You didn't inquire any further?
She said she didn't know. I didn't inquire any further.
Well, she doesn't know, but somebody might know. Somebody with the condo association might know.
Well, this was a Sunday, and nobody, the office to the condo...
Before you rented it, before you paid $12,500 for it, you didn't, like, that wasn't a flag to you to check it out a little bit?
I did not do that.
I know if somebody told me there was going to be construction, I'm very noise sensitive. My next step would be, well, what kind of, because there's construction and there's construction. So that's why I asked you, did you ever follow up? And your answer is no. Okay, now let's move on from there. So you move in, and when do you first realize the extent of the issue?
They started the work, little work was going on in November, that was Thanksgiving. And then in December, they started a little more work.
Can you
describe the work?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know you're not, I mean, I don't know, maybe you are a developer. I
am.
You are?
I am.
Okay, so what kind of work? Well, I come from a developer's family, so how about if you tell me what kind of work?
They had scaffolding out there.
Right.
And they started chipping away at the exterior of the building.
Okay.
They also started covering up the balcony, the windows on the balcony itself.
Because the balcony is one of the glass see-through kind of balconies.
Yes, so they covered that up within a couple of weeks after we were moved in.
Okay.
So it really obstructed our view. However, we were allowed to still get out on the balcony.
Did you negotiate the price based on the construction?
No.
Okay, did you take the first price they gave you?
They were asking $3,000 a month, and I offered $2,500 a month for 5 months.
Okay. What is it you normally ask?
$3,000.
Okay. And so that's what you offered it at?
Yes.
All right. And then when you offer, you don't have, your broker's not here, right?
No.
And your broker did all the negotiating?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so go on.
So it was absolutely gorgeous. We're pinching ourselves. We say, could this be actually a dream come true? And it was.
And then it was for a developer, because next you got to hear the soothing sounds of a jackhammer.
Right.
Okay, tell me when that starts.
I have the pictures here.
Yeah. Tell me when that starts, when it starts to get, when the jackhammers come out.
In the middle of December.
Okay. And who do you complain to and what do you say?
I complained to the broker, and I complained, and at the same time I sent an email to the landlord.
Tell me about the noise.
The noise, it starts at 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock with a break at lunch. The rat-tat-tat would start. And it's a concrete building, so no matter where they're doing the work, it reverberates throughout the whole building.
Sure. Question for you guys. Do you have any personal knowledge about, because your broker's not here, do you have a statement from your broker about what she said to them?
Yes.
Let me see the statement.
Yes. Actually, I have two things. When we were discussing with our broker about putting it on the market, there is a letter from him. He found out from the condo association what was going to be done, because we knew then that they were going to be working on the building, that there was concrete restoration going to be going on. Actually, we found out really through our realtor, because he's down there, he hears everything, and he asked us if
Didn't you
we
get a
had
notice
heard,
from the condo association?
Pardon?
Didn't you get a notice from them?
No.
Not at that point,
Not
but
at that
later.
point,
Not at the
but
point that
later.
you're renting it out. Okay.
Right, exactly. And
Excuse me,
yes.
when was
Just
that
a moment,
date?
sir.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
So when is the point that they're renting it out?
they rented it November 1st.
I spoke to Lisa in the office yesterday. She told me they're starting a full-blown concrete restoration painting program that will include the balconies, etc. This is October 9th, before they sign the lease. They expect the work to be a year or more, possibly. They don't have a schedule yet of which stack they will start with, but since they have scaffolding on the north side, they might just continue around, but that is only my guess. Your condo is on which side?
On the north side.
Okay. We will have to disclose this to potential tenants. Indeedy. Okay. So, did your realtor say there is going to be a full-blown concrete restoration painting program that will include the balconies, etc. to
Yes.
these folks?
Yes.
Exactly like that.
Well, I wasn't there,
because
so
you
I don't
see,
know if it did
there's
say it
disclosure
exactly
and
like
then there's
that.
disclosure.
Would you rent a place for a discount with heavy construction?
Depending on my work schedule, sure.
Hear that sound? Suppose that sound is going all day long.
If I'm not there, it's okay. If I'm there at night and it's making that sound, it's not okay.
Fair enough. Ding, ding, ding. Going inside the courtroom.
If you're trying to get top dollar and you just say they're going to be doing some construction, that's the issue in this case. Is that enough to trigger you? Is that enough disclosure? Is that enough that you should make it your business to find out? I mean, certainly from a, intelligent consumer standpoint it is, but is it enough from a legal standpoint to absolve you and say, hey, he knew, when all those words, I know, because I have read this email of June 5th, are not in your realtor's email. This is to confirm that when we showed the Avidians your unit in Tiara East, we had no idea at the time what the extent of the restoration would be, nor how long it would take. Well, that's not true, because we know on October 9th that the extent of it is a full-blown concrete restoration painting program that will include balconies. So that's a bold-faced misrepresentation right there. Next, no one had any idea that the balconies would be sealed off for any period of time. Well, that's a bold-faced lie, because this right here, your realtor's saying, including the balcony areas. So why is Scalia telling you what? Who's RJ Scalia?
Her husband.
This is just a miscommunication between husband and wife? Because we know from this one that what she's saying is not true. All right? No one had any idea the balconies could be sealed off. There was also repair work being done in the south wing of the building for restoration. The Avidians were well aware of all of this before they moved in. How? I need to know, this is why I need an affidavit that goes into specifics so that I can, really, this is why I need the witness, so that I can ask them what specifically, that's the whole case. What specifically did you put them on notice of? They say that what they put them on notice of was nothing more than there's going to be some construction, I don't know. And that has the ring of truth with the, well, we had no idea what the scope of the construction would be. That's what she's saying she represented to them, when in fact I know her husband did. Have you heard these videos?
Yes, he sent us, on our phones.
Right.
And that was in March, yeah. Mhm.
Right, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Your Honor.
Can I hear the video? Let's hear the video. Hold on. Go ahead. Is this your actual balcony?
Yes.
This is a catwalk that's right outside your door?
Right in front. And they're actually working one floor above us, and all that is dropping down in front of our doorway.
That you're using?
That we're using.
That's kind of dangerous.
That was the only way we
They didn't have a net to catch it or anything?
No.
Who's doing that? Which of you two is filming?
I am.
Okay, with the big thumbs. All right. Question for you guys. Would you like to stay there?
During that, probably not.
This would be maddening for me. Maddening. Even though I'm baffled by you not following up, I think this is so bad. And the realtor knows how bad it was going to be. And that there should have been some absolute disclosure. That by absolute disclosure means handing you the email. That's the only way out of this one. Handing you the email. Then you can show, I told them everything I knew. Because claiming she told you everything you knew, I know is a bold-faced lie, because I know that the firm, and she's supposed to know what her husband knows because they're the firm, knew more. And what he should have done is handed you the exact email from the association saying there's full-blown concrete, yada, yada, yada. I am going to order a 30%, not 40% rebate of the rental, and that means I am ordering you to repay $3,750 to the plaintiffs. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So what did the defendants know and when did they know it? Judge says you did not disclose all you knew. Stand right next to her.
Right. Well, we believe that our realtors did disclose, but I don't know.
Well, you're the only ones in this courtroom who believes that.
I guess so. I guess so.
And how about
then
when you
later,
try to rent the thing going forward?
It's rented.
Yeah?
And there's still concrete restoration
Right,
going
and-
on. It's rented for a
the
year. Mm-hmm.
And those people are giving you no problem with the noise? They love the noise.
No.
Okay.
It's No. going on when they looked at it.
All right, head right down this way. Head
Thank you.
right down there. All right, come on in here.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you didn't get everything, but you got a good chunk of what you sued for. You satisfied? Right next to her, please. You satisfied what you got?
Very satisfied.
So how badly did it mar the view when the noise started? That beautiful view you described.
Well, we couldn't go outside, sit on the balcony either in the morning or evening, when we just loved it out there, because you couldn't go out there. I mean, that's you paid a premium for the view, and we didn't receive that view.
Harvey?
If there's an interruption in the peace and quiet in a place, the landlord really has a duty to disclose it.